Tomorrow marks 4 years since the abduction of Sarah Everard. The 33-year-old was on her way home from a friend's house in South London when she was targeted by the serving Metropolitan Police officer Wayne Cousins. Her body was found a week later in Kent. He's serving a whole life sentence for her abduction, rape and murder. But what's been done to improve safety for women in the capital since? Well, Helen Drew has been taking a look.
Her story is terrifying. Sarah Everard was walking home from a friend's house near Clapham Common when she was kidnapped by an off-duty Metropolitan Police officer under the guise of an arrest. She was then raped and murdered. Following Sarah's murder, Jamie Klingler helped set up campaign group Reclaim These Streets and says in the 4 years that have passed, not much has changed.
What the case has done more than anything is brought light to how insignificant the police and the government take women's safety in public. So if anything, I'm less likely to report a sexual assault now than I would have been 4 years ago, because I would know they would take my phone. I would know that there's a 1.7% rape conviction rate. And by no means am I telling women not to report, but we have to change the way that reports are taken, and it has to be much more focused on the perpetrator than the victim.
We asked women in Camden if they feel safety has improved on London streets, and they all gave the same answer.
I mean, I haven't really noticed a difference.
No, there's been no notable police presence or anything that's been put as a measure to protect women walking alone especially.
No, definitely not, especially for women, young women, you know what I mean. Especially I feel like men need to show a bit more respect to women as well, appreciate that they're vulnerable.
There are plans to introduce various laws to help.
The government has its Safer Streets mission, and central to that is the Crime and Policing Bill, which was in Parliament this week. It includes making drink spiking a new offence separate to existing assault laws, and it also gives greater protection to victims of stalking.
In terms of what City Hall is doing, they say the Mayor has invested a record £233 million to support the police to go after violent perpetrators, as well as other measures including funding vital services for victims and launching education initiatives. Helen Drew, BBC London.